Bhajanita Gaudiya Radheshyam Japo Hare Krishna Hare Ram. Jay Sri Radheshyam. Greetings and pranams from Vrindavan Dham. I hope you all are doing great. We will continue live with this wonderful work by Lalita Dasi from Gadadhar Parivar that gives a deep understanding on what Mahamantra is, what Harinama is, what Kirtan is, Sankirtan, etc. Topics that for mainly Gaudiyas, or followers of Gaudiya, this kind of sounds like, we know this already. We want to know something about Manjari Bab, Nitya Lila Vrindavan, But I have been surprised to see that the 99% of the people that I speak or I have been meeting through so many years, mainly they are not truly aware of the differences of what is Harinam, mantra, mahamantra. Seems like everything is the same, but it's not. That's why it's so important to give some time for meditation, for understanding in a deep perspective. Then we will keep studying this interesting work. One of the things that I like and why I am doing this reading live or on the channel is because many people has the misconception that no Mahamantra Kirtan is only connected to Sri Radharaman Sharandas Deva, my parivar, my Ghan, my group, my family, but it is not the case. There is a huge number of Gaudiyas from Bengal, the ones who study the texts in their own language, Bengali, Gaudiya, Siddhanta, that are not doing the Mahamantra Kirtan. Counting this, one of the biggest Vamsha of Nityananda Parivar are not doing Hare Krishna Mahamantra Kirtan. And they are the ones who are in charge of Srivas Angan, Navadvip, that by the way is in front of Bhadevava Samadhi. This says a lot. Maybe one of the first Parivars, or one of the purest Parivars of Gaudiya, Vishnu Priya Parivar, and actually they are in the same mind, not Kirtan of Mahamantra, because this is a new invention. 100 years ago, 1922 Vrindavan Kumbh Mela, there some big modifications were made on the Siddhanta, and after that all this information was hidden and deleted. Nobody spoke anymore, and with the time have been established as the true tattva from 500 years ago, Gauranga's time, but it's not true. And I am not getting any ready or tired on this topic because it's what is truly important for people to know, actually, to know this tattva, the truth on Mahamantra. You see, the mantras are not especially coming from the Vedic or the Vaishnav tradition. All the mantras and the prescriptions and all this information is mainly found and we have been getting from the tantras. And there is very clear how the mantras are working. You don't see any sadhu from tantric line to say doing kirtan of their mantras. The only thing that is possible to analyze, we can give 1 minute on this because it's an interesting topic, is that, for example, the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. This many times have been used as, well, Om Namah Shivaya is a mantra and we can chant it as a kirtan. Then it means that there are some mantras for kirtan and mantras for not kirtan, but it's not the case. Because Omkara appears not only in the Vedic text. The Vedic text, the philosophy was made for eras and in a time that was previous Kali Yuga, was before Kali Yuga. Yes or not? Yes. And the Upanishads, or the descriptions made after, are made for Kali Yuga people. They are all composed on the time of Kali Yuga, right? We all know this. So in this same way, if the Bhagavatam, to say, is explaining clearly that Omkara is there. You can read in Bhagavatam Omkara, and Bhagavatam is not writing only for Brahmins. Bhagavatam, or for sadhakas who are doing deep bhajan, hiding there in a cave in the Himalayas. No, Bhagavatam is writing for every single soul who is in Kali Yuga. That's why they synthesize all the philosophy and they open the philosophy. So it's possible to study on a common man language, to say. Even that is a difficult topic, but still is there, right? So there you see mantras with Omkara, like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This mantra is explained by Narad. The mantras are for everyone who is worshipping their guru or meditating in their gurus in order to start studies, etc. So Omkara is there, and Omkara is the sound of God. Mantras and mahamantras are all in one place, to say. One division. Mantras and mahamantras. Mantras and mahamantras are in the same division, while Harinams, Kirtanas are in a different division. Absolutely. If you see the writings of Narottam Das Thakur, you will realize that in all his Kirtanas, there is no Mahamantra Kirtan. He writes many Kirtans, but there is no Mahamantra chords, chorus, Mahamantra, let's chant Hare Krishna. There is not. Why Narottam Das will write so many beautiful Kirtanas, but none of them is with Mahamantra Hare Krishna? So this is a deep question that I truly believe that a honest sadhaka, regardless of your institution or to who you give your pranams as a Guru Varga. Far from that, we can, honestly speaking, we must to think on this topic. Because the main problems, not on Gaudiya, but worldwide, human history, is that people is just repeating patterns without the proper investigation. This is the main problem. This is a big problem in humankind. But as you see, also, worldwide, the history, the stories of all the saints are not religious people, are mystics. What is the difference between a mystic and a religious person? A religious person is just following, not thinking, not questioning, not going deeper in the understanding. That is a religious person. The common Christian who is going Sunday church, but from Monday to Saturday he don't believe. He believe, but he don't remember God in his actions. When he's eating meat, flesh, he's not remembering God. So they don't think about these deeper topics. But mystics, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are mystics. They experiment. They're open to break the bounds of cultural traditions, such as Varnashram. Gauranga didn't follow Varnashram. That is clear. He don't believe this kind of things. He's saying, He say himself, I'm not Brahmana, not Kshatriya, I'm not Vaishya, I'm not Shudra. I am not Grasta, I am not Sannyas, I am not this, I am just recognizing myself. I see myself as the Krishna Dasanudas, the servant of the servant of the servant of the lover of the gopis. He say, even in that verse, Gauranga is not mentioning Krishna, say the lover of the gopis, showing clearly that our Gauranga Mahaprabhu philosophy is a philosophy of Gopi Bhav. When I say Gopi Bhav, of course, Manjaris are gopis, but remember, Gauranga is not meditating as a Manjari. He's meditating as Radharani. But that is another topic. So everybody wants to speak esoteric topics, like very interesting. Let's speak about Manjari Bhav. You will be a Manjari. This is all marketing, brothers and sisters. This is all marketing. Because I was just reading some beautiful texts on Vijay Krishna Goswami, wrote by his 4 disciples, possible. Kuladananda Brahmachari. It's a Brahmasta, it's an atomic bomb of wisdom. The book Sri Sri Vijay Krishna Satsang is impressive. And Vijay Krishna said clearly to his disciples, and listen this because this is extremely necessary. More than ever, I think so. I think more than ever is necessary that to walk the path as Vijay Krishna Goswami have been explained, at least on this topic. He said, Everybody wants Brahmagyan, complete knowledge of Bhagavan, of God. They want to see the Leela. They want to experiment the Leela. But actually, that is not possible. Because for achieving the perfect knowledge, the real knowledge that will give you the eyes to see, for achieving that knowledge, you will not gain anything by just reading books. Because spiritual knowledge is not in books. It's not possible to write. That's why when they speak about Krishna, they say it's like a blue, darkish cloud from the monsoon season. You cannot describe Krishna. You cannot describe Radharani. That's why one of my main uncle gurus, to say, he was before Radhakunda, between Vrindavan and Radhakunda, he was doing his bhajan in the middle of the forest. On that time, we're speaking long time ago, and his guru from Kutak, Jagannath Puri, sent him and said, "You go to Vrindavan to do your bhajan. There is your place." From Kutak is like far from Puri Dham, the center where is the Jagannath Mandir, and this Baba came to Vrindavan, and he literally sat under a tree and started his bhajan. Over there, nothing around, water, food, shops, nothing, bed, house, hut, absolutely nothing. He started jumping. This happened 40, 50 years ago. Only listen this story, because when I hear this heart made out of stone melt. So this Baba was jumping Hare Krishna Mahamantra as it's supposed to be. This is what Gauranga wants from us. Mahamantra japa, numbering, and kirtana out loud, Harinam, different. He's jumping. His desire to see Radharani was so big that Radharani came in front of him. Can you imagine how it is? The beauty of Radharani, the love of Radharani. Can you even imagine the aroma, the beautiful fragrance of her hair, her clothes, the colors that are not in the spectrum of human eye? Do you understand what I mean? Human spectrum, the eye of the human have a spectrum of light that's very narrow, it's very small. Cats they can see much more color and spectrum of color than us. So can you imagine what is the spiritual spectrum of color? Is infinite. Can you imagine how the clothes looks, how the garlands looks? Is a total different dimension. It's not possible to describe it, because we have only material senses who have been experimenting material things. So we cannot explain clearly, really, truly, we cannot explain the higher tattva. So this Babaji, Ram Babaji is called, it's not Ramdas Babaji Maharaj, but it's Ram Baba as well, was jumping Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. All the sadhana, all the penitences, all the tapha came in front of him. Finally, the goal achieved. He saw Radharani, and our Radhika, in the moment that she disappeared from his eyes, he saw with his own eyes. Special kripa. When she disappeared from his eyes, the pain of Babaji was so big and intense that he started crying and crying and crying and crying and crying and crying, day and night, day and night, day and night, non-stop. Thus, Babaji turned blind. His eyes, from normal eyes, healthy eyes, got blind. So much crying and suffering for the separation of this darshan. It's not possible, at least for this animal who is in camera now, it's not possible to even think on what is it. So what the Siddhas, the ones who have been achieving perfection and the ones who have the power to enter the Leela just by closing the eyes or just looking, they by will, they can open the Leela and to see clearly what is there. The real Siddhas. Normally they are not well known, are not the most popular, and mainly they have not a big follower audience, people following them, no, because they are very another level. Yeah. They are not looking for people and buildings. They are looking for Radha and Krishna, the real. So what the Siddhas are saying regarding to how to achieve this goal, the darshan of our sweet divine couple. The Siddha said, first, you have to do the yoga, the process, the sadhana. You must to destroy your inner demons. You must to destroy your inner shadows. You must to go deeper to your own roots and to destroy all that, to burn it out with the power of Nam that have been awakened by the power of your Gurudev Diksha mantra. Diksha mantra. No reading mantra, Zoom mantra, WhatsApp mantra, no. Ear, power, Shakti. You must to destroy everything first. All of that must to be destroyed to the ashes. After you destroy all this demoniac nature, all the demons, what is the second stage? The second stage is to rebuild up the world of yourself. Build up with qualities. Sattva guna qualities. Shuddha sattva guna qualities. Sattva guna is not enough. Shuddha sattva. You must build up all the qualities on you. That it's why traditionally it is called second birth. You are reborn after Diksha. Reborn. You get a new name and a new path. So you are reborn and you build up all the qualities, auspicious qualities. You clean up the heart. You clean up the room of your heart and you make it beautiful with fragrance, incense, candle lights. When that happens, then you are preparing the altar room, the sanctum sanctorum, for the divine presence that God, Bhagavan, Swayam Bhagavan, Sri Sri Radhakrishna, they can enter, they can show themselves. So when you are rebuilt, when you build yourself again, reborn in qualities, right after that comes the third step. And that step is the perfect wisdom. The third step is the wisdom of Nitya Lila Vrindavan, Manjari Bhav. Everything is there. But you cannot achieve it with your demons alive and just by reading books. That is only an intellectual approach. And the land of Radha Krishna is not intellectual. It's pure prem. It's the higher of the madhur. The sweetness is the highest of the liquor of spiritual amrita. Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev. So once you get this, first destroy all the demoniac creation, all the shadows. You must to awake, you must to enlighten yourself. After that, cleaning all the room, you start rebuilding. You build again with qualities, purity, qualities, learning all the beautiful sadhana mantras, all the niyas, all the ways to do the offerings, how to behave as a Vaishnava, sadhu, etc. You build up qualities, and in the moment that you are ready, then the wisdom will descend to you. You cannot buy it. You cannot take it just. It's not possible. Wisdom will not manifest. You can learn and memorize books, but you have no wisdom. The real wisdom, no material, is that one that is opening the truth. Lila of your Ishtadev. For us, Gaudiyas, Gaura, with the Panchatattva associate, Radheshyam, in Brush Lila. No Krishna, Dwarka, Krishna, no. Brush Lila, Krishna. This sweetness will descend to you. You cannot read it. If you read, you don't understand. You can copycat, you can explain like a parrot just what you read. Oh, Rupa Goswami said, Jiva Goswami said, Sanatana Goswami wrote. And what? Have you seen it? No. So this is the esoteric way, the real way of building up and to achieve perfection. That's why the Durga Puja, the esoteric meaning of the Durga Puja, first is the worship, the first day is the worship of Durga Ma, yes? Durga Ma means that she will destroy all the demons of the worshipper, the devotee. She destroys all the demons. Second day is Lakshmi Puja, Lakshmi Ma. She will build up and is the manifestation of the perfect sattvic pureness attitude. All the qualities, sattvic qualities, divine qualities are in her. So she blessed with this. And the third day is Saraswati Puja. See, it's not first Saraswati, wisdom and then action and then whatever. No, has a specific rhythm how this works. First, clean up, Durga Puja. Second, build up in a sattvic way, Lakshmi Ma, purity. Third, Mahasaraswati, the wisdom descends to you. Before that, it's not possible. So why I am explaining all this? Why I am explaining all this? Because the first step, Mahamaya will be always there. Mahamaya will be always there. You will not have the martial arts, the Kshatriya knowledge to deal with Mahamaya. You will be always failing in Mahamaya. Is possible? Yes, it's possible. Sannyasis, Babajis, they're only thinking about building, making money, selling courses. This is Mahamaya. The fifth abode of Kali Maharaj, where is it? In gold, money, bank accounts, all this. Collecting disciples, making too much people, not taking care of them. All this is Maya. So there is the exam. There is the point. Is going to the knowledge without doing the sadhana, doing the real process of deconstruction, destruction, and then construction. So if this process is not happening, then forget about the wisdom. The wisdom is the eyes to see. That's why the sages, the riches, and the siddhas, they don't need to read the books. They don't need to read the books, because what is important and what is the essence of the books is inside them. Not because they have been studying, it's because it descends to the heart of the sadhak. So if you know your weapons, you can do the fight, you can give the fight, and you can win this Kurukshetra war. You can win it. But you must know your weapon. Your weapon, if you are in the army of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, your weapon is Mahamantra. So you must know how to use the Mahamantra. Can you imagine a warrior who is going with a big gun to the war, and he's putting water to the gun inside, making the powder of the bullets wet. He will start shooting, but the bullets are not going nowhere. Like 1 meter they fell, they are wet, it's no power. So when you don't know how to use the Mahamantra, then it's no power. From where this is coming? This is coming from Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is the one who is teaching. Teach the Mahamantra with the art of counting. Goswamis are writing. This is the order of Gauranga. He himself counting all the time, Mahamantra counting. This is all over the Shastras. So any interpretation on this is an interpretation. What Gauranga is saying is very clear. So how all this confusion came? Well, honestly, I think people is not prepared to really understand and to know from where all this misconception is coming. But if I can synthesize it and to make it very, very simple, I would tell, because so people want to make popular business. It's the story, the story of so many groups and gurus who have become very popular by breaking rules and making new rules with the excuse of the time circumstances and we are in a different time and we must do the things a little bit more easy. No, brother. Gauranga have been saying that. He give us instruction. Nobody's nobody to say that Gauranga instruction can be modified. If you accept that Gauranga's instruction will be modified in order for whatever reason, then you are cheating and being cheated. Because Gauranga instructions are clear. Then the question will be, are you following Gauranga Mahaprabhu or you're following whatever else? Another person, some people. Is that people following Gauranga Mahaprabhu? Gauranga explained very clear on the text. And here is another important thing, and we will start with the reading because this chapter in the book is fantastic. So just hear this, it will give you some extra perspective. The Vedic knowledge or the philosophy, let's say all the Sanatana Dharma philosophy, has so many books, so many texts, is infinite. You will never study everything. It's not possible. In one life, in 100 lives, it's not possible. So from there you can extract so many things and many points of view. That's why some ones say that Shiva is God, or say that Vishnu is God, or say that Krishna is God. No, others say that actually Durga is God, and from here everything is coming. So everybody has a different story, right? Some say that Radha and Krishna are married. Some say they are never married. Some say they are not married, but they don't need to marry because in the Nitya Vihar are not such a stupid rules as in human rules here on earth. So there are so many ideas. So if you go berry picking from here and there, you will never get to the point. That's why the Mahavatar as Krishna or Gauranga Mahaprabhu, they appear and they speak clearly what to do and what to not. So yes, the Vedas and Rig Veda and Atharva Veda and whatever Veda are Pramana, but over them, Srimad Bhagavatam is Pramana. Over it, because the others are confusing and strange, so difficult to understand. That's why our sages have been giving us Bhagavata Puran, the Srimad Bhagavatam. From Srimad Bhagavatam we can extract exactly what is what. Yes or not? Yes. So from Srimad Bhagavatam, 5,000 years or whatever time have been passed in many interpretations and ideas and religion and new sects have been coming. Yes. So how to know what is the truth? Very simple. You must take the lotus feet of the avatar or the acharya who give or deliver this tattva. For our Gaudiya is Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Period. Gauranga Mahaprabhu. What he had been instructing, this is the main pramana for us. Maybe for Shaiva or for Shaktas is different pramana, different texts, different gurus, different masters, different avatar. But for us it's Gauranga. So we take literally what Gauranga said. Nothing else. And everything around is that. Something around that will help us. But if it's confusing the things, no, we must keep straight directly to what Gauranga said. Otherwise we will get confused and so many cults and neo-sects will start growing everywhere. It's very simple. Let's start the reading. I thanks to you all who have been connected to the channel in this moment and meditating in what I am sharing. Harinama mantra and mahamantra. Namaste Gurudevaya Sarvasiddhi Prayane Sarvamagala Rupaya Sarvananda Vidyayane Tvameva Matacha Pita Tvameva. Jai Guru Sri Guru, Jai Guru Sri Guru, Jai Guru Sri Guru, Jai Guru Radharaman, Jai Nitya Gaur, Jai Jai Sri Radheshyam. Harinam mantra and mahamantra. We may say that these things do not need Guru, but that is not really so. They were all taken from scriptures. They was not recently created by people. Gurus had composed the scriptures where we learn whatever we know now. Harinam Kirtan does not need initiation guru, but it is still limited by Nam apparat instructions. The scripture was strictly read by Brahmanas who will teach disciples up to recent times, but scriptures were taken over in the days of the British rule. They have translated it, made a business of the contents, and today it has become a public prostitute due to these agents of Kali. Wow. Vaishnavas of any caste may also read the scriptures and teach their disciples. Somewhere along the line in the past, the teachings and mystics formulas, mantras, got exchanged for money and followers. We are facing full-fledged extortion and distortion of everything sacred. Mantras are now broadcast to make money, but they are supposed to be given by Guru and meant for private practice, except for Hare Krishna love. The noise propaganda of today, because of an unhealthy ego, to gather wealth and fame will only lead to materialism and painful hell. The ego that pushes one to be a glittering star needs to be abandoned. Even if you seem to sing humbly for a career, etc., it will be backfire and harden your heart. Firstly, heal the ego before spreading the turning the name into a career machine. Do we agree on this? Yes. But as we said, chanting can save you or give love. Chaitanya came to give love. I think it does not matter which names are higher or lower. It is the consciousness that really matters. If one sees a leaf or a tree, one who has this love will think he is in Vrindavan and roar in Bhav. He will find a way to relate the oddest object to Krishna and faint in Bhav. The name of Narayan will remind him that it's the same Krishna, and he will lose consciousness. The name of Rama as well, and so on. Many times Chaitanya loses consciousness by seeing objects and mistaking them for Krishnas. What to speak of the hearing names like Govinda, Hari, Ram, Radha? It was enough to make him faint for days. Bhav is more important than which name you chant, actually. If you don't have Bhav, then you will externally resort to all kind of antics. A Bhakta pleases the Lord. He does not chant to get something for himself. It's not a fact that those who are chanting more have more Bhav. They may be trying to attract. The issue is one should not use the names to attract people in this world. The names are simply meant to glorify Krishna. That is what Sankirtanam means. The Guru who has Bhav has to be found, and by serving you will get it. Bhav is a thing you can lose if you ignore the Shikshatakam and Namaparad. This section is for those people. When one is possessed by Bhav, he is haunted like a ghost. He sees Krishna and hears him while waking and walking and sleeping. The symptoms are also physical, but the bhaktas do not show off, because showing off is against the rule. Bhav will go away. Just like a car where the engine keeps running, similarly, there is no break in Bhav. It can be compared to an ocean of joy that keeps expanding. It has no limit. The body rests during sleep, but the soul remains alert. Bhav belongs to the soul. The bhaktas will never show off. When you don't have Bhav, you make believe and pound out things and may even experience some imaginary bliss. In classical music, you could learn Bhav music from a guru. Some people listen to this or sing it and imagine it to be Bhav. It is similar. However, spiritual Bhav is something else. It flows naturally like a syrup as a result of advanced love of God, and is not obstructed by duality, joy and sorrow, and other events present in this world. It is this which Chaitanya came to give, but there is no loss if one simply chants the names without offense and worship Chaitanya. One will eventually be guided to the true state. Offenseless means to pay full attention to the 10 offenses. To recap, the first offense is to speak or think ill of the one who chants the name. Secondly, to not see Shiva equally as Vishnu. Thirdly, to disregard the Hindu scriptures, etc. I have been already explained that the names have survived for ages because people keep them alive, and it is an offense therefore to think oneself better than those people. The name hates arrogance. This topic about the Shiva and Vishnu Nam is in the previous episode, but I will just give one hint on this. Narottam Das Thakur, Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama. Hari Haraya, no, it's not speaking Radha and Krishna. Hari and Hara, no. Hari is the name of Vishnu and Hara is the well-known name of Shiva. That's why we say Har Har Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev. Vishnu and Shiva are no different. Wow. If you are an offensive chanter like myself, then be warned that the Shiksha Astakam is not for us. It is too advanced, but here we will discuss a little more about it. The first verse says, Supreme victory to the group chanting of the names of Krishna, Sankirtan. It cleanses the mirror of the heart and puts out the forest fire of material life. It spreads moonlight on the white lotus of wellness. It is the life of the bride called knowledge. It swells the ocean of bliss. It makes us relish full nectar and at every step, and it bathes the entire soul. Check how important is this and how it connects with what I explained earlier. I didn't quote the Shiksastakam, but see what I am saying here. Supreme victory. Krishna Nam cleans the mirror of the heart. What I say, first you must to clean up. First the cleaning, destruction of the universe of asuras. Put out the forest fire. It spreads moonlight on the white lotus of wellness, white lotus. This is Lakshmi Ma. To destroy, cleanse the mirror of the heart, and to put out the forest fire of material life. This is Durga principle, and we have now finally the result, knowledge, the real knowledge. And there is Saraswati, is what I say in the introduction. Notice the rich poetry and metaphors used by Chaitanya. Did we know he was also a poet? Of course, he is everything. It's nothing outside the spectrum of our Gauranga. I need to remind there are two kinds of chanting. One is without love, and one is chanting with love, respect and attention. Those who chant with love will attain the full fruit of love. The second verse, O God, you have revealed many names, and you have put your own power in it. There are no vows to observe when remembering them. Such is your mercy, but my luck is so bad, I have no attachment to them. Chaitanya is placing himself so humble. The idea is a real devotee feels he is not good enough. He wants to do everything to please the Lord. Bhagavan has revealed many names like Rama, Narasingha, Vamana. The names related to his gopi pastime are like Govardhan Dari, Rasbihari, Damodar. Due to the fact people came from different backgrounds, they will prefer a particular name. The Srimad Bhagavatam 11.240 says, as the devotee sings the names of his beloved deity, his heart melts with his intense attachment, and he loudly laughs, cries, dances, and sings like a madman, not caring for this world. The leading example for us was Chaitanya. The Chaitanya Bhaktas, of course, sing the name of Krishna in his gopi pastime, but it does not mean the other name singing has no power. Alright, because Gauranga is saying, you have been giving us so many names, and you have been putting all your power on those names. So, yeah, Hari Haraya, Nama Krishna. No, but we're speaking about Krishna. The power of every form of God is always invested in that specific name. You don't need to bathe, change, or wear a dhoti. Some people think they need to dress in odd clothes. Some are afraid of making offenses, but we are making offenses anyways. That should not deter us. We have to make the effort to chant the holy name and improve the quality. Not just do it mediocre. Mediocre is the word? Mediocre. There are many excuses not to chant because of a lack of desire. The holy name is Niyamita. You don't need to subscribe to those rules. This is Harinama. Harinama. We're not speaking about mantra, mahamantra. This is Harinama. A small reminder. Verse 3. The name of Hari should be sung with the following mentality. Low like a grass blade, tolerant like a tree, with no pride and honoring others. At the end of the biography of Chaitanya, Kaviraj has asked all chanters to wear the Shishastakam like a thread around their necks. Sorry, there are many ants. And I'm very sorry. I am just scratching because there are many ants in this place. To wear the Shishastakam like a thread around their necks. Of course, those chanters were all pure devotees and would have been capable to attain the full dose of Krishna Prem. Verse 4. O Jagadish, no wealth, no followers, no beautiful woman, no poetry do I want. My desire is in every birth to have your ahaituki devotion, expecting no rewards. If people are chanting to get something, it is no ahaituki. It is motivated and will lead to failure. In fact, the only devotion is pure ahaituki. Non-ahaituki chanting is mere business. When a material-minded person chants with motive, his heart becomes hard and his pride increases. Yeah. It may be that you may have a temple or devotional things, but that should not be mistaken for the ultimate. Everything you have and know could be lost in a second. It is said that when Krishna favors a devotee, he takes away their riches. It may also mean comforts, material pleasures. So does it mean that Krishna does not favor a devotee who is holding on to a fortune? Most probably he does, not according to our scriptures, for money is the seed of evil. Not because they are prospering means people are spiritually advanced. It is due to stupidity we are conditioned to think this way. We should not admire such persons and try to copy. They are most likely getting rich by taking advantage of others. Very real, very true. The percentage of people making a good wage from a job is small. People have left parents in India to die in nursing homes, to come to the US and to make money. It is not a good example. Joining and migrating with a temple with the hope of moving up is materialistic. Becoming an orange career monk is now popular, like all the other nonsense passing for India spirituality. But it is a wicked distortion of what an actual monk is. A devotee does not want freedom from samsara. He is ready to be reborn since he is already free from samsara. Even if he comes back to this world time after time, he cares only to serve. He has no fear of entering the mother's womb. Vritrasura has said, "O Lord, wherever I might be born, let me be befriended by your devotees. Let my mind be not attached to the ropes of Maya in the form of house, wife, children, body." Bhagavatam 6:11-27. Verse 5. O son of Nanda, I am your servant fallen into the terrible ocean of material life. Please see me as a speck of dust attached to your lotus feet. Lust, greed, and anger control a man and smash him to pieces. Yet he does not know. Man has drowned in this terrible ocean forever, and he thinks he is saving himself. Every soul is fallen. So who could really help who? It is only through the divine grace of Krishna that a guru comes our way. It is so rare, like a small life raft in the ocean, which pass once in a million years. Verse 6. When will tears stream from my eyes? My voice falter and choke up, and my body becomes studded with goose flesh when I take your name? Goose flesh is one of the 8 bhav symptoms mentioned in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It is the same as horripilation. The other symptoms are voice change, becoming stunned, sweating, shivering, becoming pale, fainting, and crying. Those are the sattvika bhavas. If a person is sweating like rain while singing a kirtan, it is not sattvika. Sattvika only comes to one who has pure love, and also he does not like to be noticed for it. Otherwise, we must think that somebody running in the gym and sweating is sattvika bhava. That is not sattvika bhava. Observing the presence of the following sign can help us recognize who those great devotees are. Tolerance, they don't waste time. They are renounced. They are prideless. They are hopeful, eager. They have a taste for Harinama. They love to speak about the Lord. They love to live in His abode. Those are some of the things they share. Verse 7. And this 7 and 8, and we will end up with today's lecture. Verse 7. Govinda, in separation from you, the world has become empty. My eyes have become like the rainy season pouring tears. A second has become like yuga. Viraha refers to the pain of separation. It is the highest feeling experienced by Radha, and is actually a rasa of love. I am away from the one I love. I am dying to meet him, her. In the material world, separation may be permanent, but in the world of Krishna, he may come, then disappear, causing more and more viraha, leaving the devotee wanting more and more and more. It is like the ocean that is ever swelling with tides. 1 second of separation is so intolerable. It seems like a yuga. The devotee is burning in the fire of pain, yet the sweetness is like candy boiling on a stove. The pouring of tears is one of the sattvika symptoms, and is not surprising. Verse 8. Krishna may embrace me who am devotee to his feet, or break my heart by not giving his darshan. He may do as he wish. He is a womanizer, none other than the Lord of my life. Here Chaitanya is revealing his gopi position. He has taken birth in a golden body to taste the mood of Radha, who is the personification of Mahabhav, of Prem, sweetest. So, therefore, male, female, he is able to satisfy them by the millions. In the Goloka planets, they are called Lakshmis. There he is the only Lord. But it is not all that simple. Krishna is the origin and Radha is half of his body. The gopis are her expansions. It is not the love story of people in this world who are different entities. Radha is his own eternal energy. We, the souls in this world, are also his energy, but we are marginal. We have chosen to be away from him, and therefore remain tied to the iron chain of birth and death and cannot understand what is going on. The way to understand is too simple: desire to serve this great love play. There is no other method. Service itself will be our bhav. I want to do a parenthesis here. We have been choosing to be away from him? I don't think so. Maybe this paragraph is some mistake. But this is not the case. We have never been with him, starting with we are not falling from Vaikuntha. This is the basic tattva. But okay. Conclusion. Here I will end my rambling. I try to not repeat things that have already been said. One of the offenses to the names is not have faith in Shastra. One can say that good chanting eventually brings faith in Shastra, which is the same as Krishna. If people take a mortal man and turn him into a god and his words into Shastra, the holy name will not work. For it is an offense to worship a human and his words higher than that of Krishna. One reason that the name does not work and people do not give up sins ever, even though they are chanting, is they are attached to sins. And they chant to feel good, so they can enjoy more sins. Eventually, the names will not come to their mouth. Some people who chant are attached to cheating and exploiting. Himsa, the violation, exploitation of others, is a sin, almost equal to animal killing. Normally, people who are not training are known for this. If from a young age a person practices chanting, good habits, and knowledge, it is due to past birth, and such person has a good chance. If you wait till the end of life, it won't work. You will be too addicted to bad ways by the time. Anything learned from young is better. That is why the system of Gurukula training from the age of 5 was the old system of education. Gurukula means learning with a guru, with the agreement of parents. Parents' possessiveness is simply ego on display. Children belong to God. They will not reach the maximum capacity if you hold on and control. But if they are trained from young, their lives will be auspicious. But children's spiritual education today is very difficult. Here is the problem. Shastra is not worshipped, thought, and studied in the home. The second offense against the name. Parents are busy with work, internet, sex, and send the children to learn things outside. They say they need to live near a spiritual community for the child to benefit. And the problem that comes from that, we all know the history. The child is delegated to some sordid teacher and gets abused and ended up suing and making chaos. The real problem is absence of Shastra teaching in the home. They say they are learning from Prabhupada books. Although these are a nice introduction to Gaudiya teaching, a lot is lacking. The word of Gaudiya Shastra and devotee exists outside of the institution, yet I suppose due to Nam Aparat, they have no interest in the Shastra as it is. That is exactly Nam Aparat. That's why they cannot see anything about Gaudiya real Siddhanta. Only Nam Aparat and Vaishnava Aparat, because they are expert in doing Aparat on Babajis in everybody who is not inside their business. Most people cannot afford to have even one child. Things are so expensive. The style of living may be too high and selfish to support more than one. Everything is a mess, but the names have to come and remove us from the mess if we do it the right way. To do kirtan or mantra japa inattentively is not good. Bullet train japa is totally sick, especially if it disturbs others so much that they have to wear earplugs. I have seen it. Names like Krishna, Govinda, Madhusudana, etc., the way Chaitanya was chanting in public are nice. Even the Bhajanita Gaudiya Radheshyam names of God, what is wrong with singing this? Why are so many people against it? Envy. No one is declaring it is a mantra, it is a chant, it is a song, it is a kirtan. There is no problem, absolutely no problem. If Bhajanita Gaudiya Radheshyam will be wrong, why so many Siddhas came from that lineage? In the last 100 years, so many Siddhas are coming from that lineage specifically, not the other lines. Why? Is wrong? No, it's very nice, very powerful. Bhade Baba ki jai. My Guru challenged us to do one mantra properly. We are aiming to do 1,00,000 mantras, but no love of God or humility exists. 1,00,000 is not for working people. If you have the time and can do it in peace, chant many. If you are trying to get money, chant the best mantra you can and leave the rest to God. Gathering for Harinama is a nice practice. It does not have to be in a temple. Temple is for deity worship. If people can do kirtan to glorify the deity, it is nice. But kirtan is for everyone, everywhere. If a group is not available, one person alone singing is fine. The gods come to hear the names wherever it is chant, even if 3 people are doing it. Remember, kirtan is for others and oneself too, but japa is for oneself. One should heal nicely with one's own japa before singing for others ideally. Very correct, very correct. Krishna is the best musician and has good taste. He sang and danced in classical style. If you can't sing nicely, maybe he will not like it. So a bit of training can help one to please him with kirtan, while you get musical feedback from experts. In scriptures, it is told to hire professional musicians for festival days due to the expertise surely. They can do this service. One should not only think of them as karmis and appoint untalented people to sing because they are devotees. Good enough. We will stop here. Have been very, very interesting and fun to do this reading for you all. And also because I am reading for second or third time this text, have been very interesting, very interesting. I thank you very much, Lalita Dasi, for this work that you made. That's all. We will meet in the next live or video. Thank you very much for watching. Mahavira Radharamana ki jai, Jai Nitya Gaur, Jai Sri Radheshyam. Gaura Premanande Hari Bol.